Hello, I'm Laura Ellen Anderson and I'm the author and illustrator of the Amelia Fang series. Today I'm going to be reading you an extract from Amelia Fang and the Memory Thief, which takes place in Amelia's classroom in Catacomb Academy. So, let's go. Tangine stood up and strutted to the front of the classroom. "May I present to you my life in song," said Tangine, straightening his bow tie. Amelia, Florence and Grimaldi looked at each other, wide-eyed, trying not to laugh. Began Mrs. Spine, but before she could continue, Tangine bellowed, "Fellow classmates and fairies from afar." "Oh, he's actually doing this," said Amelia, a little surprised. She'd never heard Tangine attempt to sing before. "This story of sadness, this tale of delight, is one of the creatures of dark and of light. For both lived in fear of the other for years, led by stories of beasts." "I am not a beast," Florence blurted out, causing the snoring fairy in the test tube to wake with a start. Tangine glared. "Oh, sorry, never mind," said Florence sheepishly. Clearing his throat, Tangine continued theatrically. "Led by stories of beasts and unicorn tears. Two kingdoms divided by terror and lies, but soon they'd be in for a pleasant surprise. One twilight the king of Nocturnia met a fairy? Oh dear, but she was not a threat. She was kind, a true beauty, the love of his life, and this fairy became King Vladimir's wife." "Wow," Amelia whispered to her friends, "he's actually really good." "And soon baby Tangine was born. Yes, that's me, the most handsome baby you ever did see. With the fangs of a vampire, but fairy wings too. Nobody could find out. Who knows what they'd do. Then suddenly, one dusk, my mother was gone. The king wondered if he'd done something wrong. He searched every night, every day, all year through, and the older I got, the more distant he grew." Tangine then got down on one knee and cast his hand across his forehead dramatically. "I was spoilt. I was lonely. And then I started school, but I acted a bit like a silly young fool. I stole a pet pumpkin and took someone's chair, but a special friend showed me how that wasn't fair." Tangine looked over to Amelia and blushed. Amelia beamed back, happy that she and Tangine were now such good friends. "She found out my secret, but she wasn't scared, and that's how I knew that my friend really cared. We went on a journey to find my lost mum, to the kingdom of the light in the dazzling sun. But little did we know that the unicorn lords, those mighty horned horses their citizens adored, had kidnapped my mother. Oh yes, you heard right. So we grabbed our baguettes and we put up a fight." Florence chuckled at the memory of brandishing bread baguettes and baked goods as weapons against Alpha Unicorn and his unicorn lords. "The truth was revealed and my mother was freed. The creatures of the light and the dark all agreed. We've no need to fear one another anymore. Together with so much to learn and explore. So, the king of Nocturnia is now full of glee, even though he was briefly turned into a bee. Yes, really. And that's the tale of how two kingdoms made amends, and how the creatures of the light and the dark became friends." Tangine threw both arms in the air and sent glitter flying across the whole classroom. Once upon a time, this would have terrified his creature of the dark classmates. But now everyone cheered and clapped and twirled around in the glittery rainstorm. Amelia stood up, chanting Tangine's name, followed by Grimaldi and then Florence. The fairies appeared to be crying sparkly tears of joy. "Tangine le Flooful," said Mrs. Spine, with a look of shock on her skull. "That was quite possibly the best presentation any student has ever given in my class. Top marks." I can't wait for you to read the rest of Amelia Fang and the Memory Thief.